Traditional methods of holding nails, cold chisels, and cable staples when hammering are inherently unsafe. Injuries such as bruised fingers and even broken bones can occur from mishandling these tools. To eliminate these risks, adopt the following safety practices. Firstly, use long nose pliers or water pump pliers to hold nails, cold chisels, and cable staples while hammering. This technique prevents your hands from being in the line of impact. Secondly, avoid holding these tools with your bare hands, even when using a light rubber hammer on a wood chisel. Thirdly, consider using this technique when helping a person pin a dress or for holding upholstery fabric when sticking in tacks with a magnetized tack hammer. By following these guidelines, you can significantly reduce the risk of injuries when working with these common tools. It is important to spread the word to protect your fingers and ensure a safer work environment. When hammering nails, the traditional method often involves holding the nail directly with your fingers while striking it with a hammer. This technique places your fingers in close proximity to the point of impact, making them vulnerable to accidental strikes. A misswing or a glancing blow can easily result in a bruised, smashed, or even broken finger. Using pliers, specifically long nose pliers or water pump pliers, creates a safe distance between your hand and the nail. The pliers securely grip the nail, allowing you to position it accurately without exposing your fingers. If the hammer misses the nail head, it will strike the pliers instead of your hand, preventing injury. Similarly, when working with cold chisels, the traditional method involves holding the chisel with one hand while striking it with a hammer or maul. This technique is particularly hazardous because the chisel is often used to cut or shape hard materials, and the force of the hammer blow can be substantial. A slip of the hammer or a sudden shift in the chisel can easily result in a serious hand injury. Using water pump pliers to hold the cold chisel provides a much safer alternative. The pliers offer a firm grip on the chisel, keeping your hand away from the impact zone. This is especially important when using a heavy maul, which can generate significant force. Cable staples, used to secure cables to walls or other surfaces, also pose a risk when hammered directly. The small size of the staple and the need for precise placement make it easy to miss the target and strike your fingers. Long nose pliers can be used to hold the cable staple in place while hammering, providing a safe distance and ensuring accurate placement. Even when using a light rubber hammer on a wood chisel, there is still a risk of injury. The chisel can slip or the hammer can glance off the surface, potentially striking your hand. While the force of a rubber hammer is less than that of a steel hammer, it can still cause bruising or other minor injuries. It is always best to err on the side of caution and use pliers to hold the chisel regardless of the type of hammer being used. The use of pliers is not limited to construction or woodworking. It can also be applied in other situations where small objects need to be held in place while being struck or manipulated. For example, when helping a person pin a dress, it can be difficult to hold the fabric and the pin simultaneously. Using pliers to grip the pin allows for precise placement and reduces the risk of pricking your fingers. Similarly, when holding upholstery fabric while sticking in tacks with a magnetized tack hammer, pliers can provide a secure grip and prevent your fingers from being caught between the hammer and the fabric. In addition to using pliers, there are other safety precautions that can be taken to prevent finger injuries when hammering. Firstly, always wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from flying debris. Secondly, use a hammer with a comfortable grip and a well-balanced head. Thirdly, keep your work area clean and free of clutter. Fourthly, never hammer on a surface that is unstable or slippery. Fifthly, if you are working with hard materials, such as concrete or metal, use a hammer with a steel head. Sixthly, if you are working with soft materials, such as wood or plastic, use a hammer with a rubber or plastic head. Seventhly, when hammering nails, start with a light tap to set the nail in place, then increase the force of your blows gradually. Eighthly, when hammering chisels, use a steady, controlled motion and avoid swinging the hammer too hard. Ninthly, take frequent breaks to avoid fatigue. Tenthly, if you are not comfortable with a particular task, ask for help from someone who is more experienced. Injuries can be serious and debilitating. Taking the time to learn and practice safe hammering techniques can help you avoid these risks and enjoy a safe and productive work environment. When using pliers for hammering tasks, it is important to select the right type of pliers for the job. Long nose pliers are ideal for holding small objects, such as nails and cable staples, in tight spaces. Water pump pliers are better suited for holding larger objects, such as cold chisels, that require a stronger grip. Make sure that the pliers are in good condition and that the jaws are properly aligned. Worn or damaged pliers can slip or break, increasing the risk of injury. When gripping an object with pliers, apply firm, even pressure to ensure a secure hold. Avoid squeezing the pliers too tightly, as this can damage the object or cause the pliers to slip. Keep your fingers clear of the jaws of the pliers to prevent them from being pinched or crushed. When hammering, focus on the point of impact and avoid distractions. Keep your eyes on the nail, chisel, or staple and swing the hammer with a smooth, controlled motion. Avoid jerky or erratic movements, which can increase the risk of missing the target. If you miss the target, stop immediately and reposition the object before continuing. Do not attempt to correct your swing in mid-air, as this can be dangerous. Remember, safety is always the top priority. By following these simple guidelines, you can significantly reduce the risk of finger injuries when hammering and ensure a safer, more productive work environment. Using pliers to hold nails, chisels, and staples while hammering is a simple but effective way to protect your fingers from injury. This technique creates a safe distance between your hand and the point of impact, preventing accidental strikes. By adopting this safety practice, you can significantly reduce the risk of bruised, smashed, or broken fingers. The benefits of using pliers extend beyond just preventing injuries. Firstly, pliers can also improve the accuracy and efficiency of your hammering tasks. Secondly, by providing a more secure grip on the object being hammered, pliers allow you to position it more precisely and drive it in straighter. Thirdly, this is particularly useful when working in tight spaces or with small objects that are difficult to hold with your fingers. Fourthly, using pliers can also reduce fatigue. Holding small objects with your fingers for extended periods can be tiring, especially when applying force with the hammer. Fifthly, pliers distribute the force more evenly, reducing strain on your hands and allowing you to work for longer periods without fatigue. Sixthly, the use of pliers can also extend the life of your tools. Seventhly, by preventing accidental strikes to your fingers, pliers can protect your hammer from damage. Eighthly, in addition, pliers can be used to remove bent or broken nails, preventing damage to your hammer and other tools. There are many different types of pliers available, each designed for specific tasks. Long nose pliers are ideal for holding small objects in tight spaces. Water pump pliers are better suited for holding larger objects that require a stronger grip. Diagonal cutting pliers can be used to cut wire or nails. Slip joint pliers can be adjusted to fit different sizes of objects. Choose the right type of pliers for the job to ensure safety and efficiency. In addition to using pliers, there are other tools that can help prevent finger injuries when hammering. Firstly, nail holders are designed to hold nails in place while you hammer them. Secondly, these tools typically have a magnetic tip that holds the nail securely, allowing you to position it accurately without exposing your fingers. Thirdly, nail setters are used to drive nails below the surface of the wood. Fourthly, these tools have a small recessed tip that fits over the head of the nail, allowing you to hammer it without damaging the surrounding wood. Fifthly, staple guns are used to drive staples into wood or other materials. Sixthly, these tools are typically powered by compressed air or electricity and can drive staples quickly and easily. Seventhly, when using a staple gun, always wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from flying debris. Eighthly, when hammering any object, it is important to maintain a good grip on the hammer. Ninthly, use a hammer with a comfortable grip and a well-balanced head. Tenthly, keep your hands dry and free of oil or grease. 11thly, if you are working in a damp environment, wear gloves to improve your grip. 12thly, always swing the hammer with a smooth, controlled motion and avoid jerky or erratic movements. 13thly, focus on the point of impact and avoid distractions. 14thly, if you miss the target, stop immediately and reposition the object before continuing. 15. It's always best to err on the side of caution and take the time to protect your fingers from injury. By using pliers and other safety tools, you can significantly reduce the risk of accidents and enjoy a safe, productive work environment. The most important thing is to make people aware. Even with the best tools and techniques, accidents can still happen. It is important to be aware of the risks involved and to take steps to minimize them. Always wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from flying debris. Use a hammer with a comfortable grip and a well-balanced head. Keep your work area clean and free of clutter. Never hammer on a surface that is unstable or slippery. If you are working with hard materials such as concrete or metal, use a hammer with a steel head. If you are working with soft materials such as wood or plastic, use a hammer with a rubber or plastic head. When hammering nails, start with a light tap to set the nail in place, then increase the force of your blows gradually. When hammering chisels, use a steady, controlled motion and avoid swinging the hammer too hard. Take frequent breaks to avoid fatigue. If you are not comfortable with a particular task, ask for help from someone who is more experienced. Remember, safety is always the top priority.